Hello and what's up guys, it's your big guy Daddy Africa and I want to welcome you to another new and exciting episode on my talk with Daddy Africa. And with me today is Asab, a third year law student at the African Nazarene University, and today we are having a burning topic that needs to be discussed and needs to be made clear to the youth and the society at large. So this is what we got you this week. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right, and you will be able to get longer life on earth. So, you could already guess what the topic is that we are about to discuss, and the topic is on obedience. And Asab, do you think we as a society, we as the African children, have the solid understanding of what actually obedience is?
Okay, firstly, I really like to say yes. People may really understand the thing, but sometimes some may not. To my argument, I will say or submit that in our societies, we believe that in the Ubuntu system, where I am, because that's an African society. Yes. But then when you see it in biblical, like the Bible, you see the Bible actually, according to Ephesians chapter 6 verse 1, it says, children obey your parents in the Lord. But when you read, when you go further, you find that it's saying like parents also do obey your children, because saying like the obedience is reciprocal. So I will say people do now, because you will find your parents know how to relate with you, like they can obey what you ask from them, and then so you can obey them, reciprocating the same.
So you would say obedience is not just from the younger to the older, but you get to understand that it actually works both ways. Even the older ones can come to obey the younger ones in some situations which might arise soon.
Yeah, actually legally, according to what my understanding legally, the word obedience is the compliance of the law. And then when you obey the law of the land, you comply with the authority. So then when we say like the government must protect the people's right, the government must promote the people's right, and they must fulfill them. So then the government doing that is reciprocating what the people are doing, because the people are obeying the law. When you don't obey the law, you take it to self. But then when you do the reciprocal, you obey the government, and the government will do things regardless to what you do. So I'll say it's reciprocal thing.
So obedience, you could say also obedience is the compliance to do something the way it needs to be done, how it needs to be done right. And that's also a very interesting understanding of what actually obedience is. And another question, basing obedience, normally people, when you hear about obedience, people come back and check to the spiritual books. But actually, it is something that even people, depending on what race you are, what tribe you come from, what continent you come from, obedience applies to all of us. Give us a bit of how us as Africans, or morally, how obedience should be observed.
Actually, I would say like morality is a big law of the world, because morality is a supreme law. When you're born, you will find things which are done because they are there. Like if you bury the people when they're dead, it's not written, it's not stipulated in any law or any provision or any treaty. But then people understand like it's a supreme thing. So then obedience comes in, where even before the law is written, it was written in our African societies, or our grandparents will tell us that people are living in a community. They own land in a certain community. Like the land was owned community, and then you find that the obedience was there. people are obeying the authority. People are obeying their parents. Even parents will go obey their children. So then, it's not something spiritual. Even as we look at our Bibles, as we look at our maybe our Qurans, talking of obedience, because we may find Abraham give his son to God as a sacrifice because of obedience to what God told him.
Yeah.
But then in Africa you will find that people were going to raid because their elders said go and raid, and they are obeying that thing. So obedience is like it's an all-rounded thing. It's not like it's not stipulated in any law. It's not stipulated in any treaty, but it's an all-rounded thing. It was there and it's there again. So when we add to what according to Africa, I'll refer back to Ubuntu system. Ubuntu system, you'll find that it's different from Western system of culture. This is where culture comes in. You find in Africa we tend to say we are because I am. That's culture, Ubuntu culture. I am because you are. So then when you talk of obedience, you may find some people, like parents, they will advise their children, even not their own children, but even their children, the younger people. You may find in my culture, I'm told like some time back, a parent, a person is older like your parent can even come in and even punish you because you've done something wrong, but they're not your real parents. But now when you check into Western culture, you may not punish a child who is not your child. That's an insult to a child, and you'll be taken to prison. You'll be prosecuted for that. But then in Africa, what we were before the Western culture and this all, we are changing now. But I'll really advise the former culture was that is Ubuntu system.
It was an honor having Asab Cheriot on my talk with the Africa today, and some of the things I can break down for you and get you to understand that actually obedience is compliance, and that is the right thing to do. You need to comply so that you may be able, even as an African child, because everyone, we as a society are the children of this society. Everyone is a child, and you need to understand that you need to comply because it is right to do that. And it was an honor having you on my talk with the Africa today, and I hope to have more of this. So guys, remember to subscribe, like and comment on our YouTube channel, My Talk with the Africa. Leave a comment down below on what topic you would want us to talk about, and kwaheri, tukutane tena.